Waking up tired once in a while can happen to anyone, but when it starts happening almost every day, even after a full night in bed, it feels different. You sleep, or at least you think you slept, but you wake up heavy, low on energy, mentally foggy, sometimes with the strange feeling that your body rested less than it should have. And for many people after 60, this begins happening quietly. It's not always insomnia. It's not always a lack of sleep. And it doesn't always seem like a serious problem at first. Maybe it just takes you longer to fully wake up in the morning. Maybe your body feels unusually slow when the day begins. Maybe you need coffee just to feel functional. Or maybe you already wake up with the kind of fatigue that should only show up later in the afternoon. A lot of people accept this as a normal part of aging. But in many cases, the real issue isn't simply sleeping. It's not fully recovering during the night. Because after 60, sleep may still happen, but the quality of that recovery often changes. And when the body stops recovering well, the morning starts telling a story about energy, about muscles, about hormones, about inflammation, about fragmented sleep, and about quiet habits that leave the body more tired than it should be. In today's video, we're going to explore the real reason so many seniors wake up tired every day. And more importantly, we'll talk about what may be happening beneath the surface and what may help. If you're interested in healthy aging, energy after 60, better sleep, mobility, and staying independent, consider subscribing to the channel. Every week, we share videos designed to help you understand what changes in the body with age and how to age with more strength, clarity, and quality of life. One of the biggest misunderstandings about sleep after 60 is believing that time in bed automatically means rest. It doesn't. A person can spend 7, 8, or even 9 hours in bed and still wake up tired, because sleep and recovery are not always the same thing. What matters is not only how long you sleep, it's how well your body moves through the different stages of sleep during the night. Deep sleep matters, stable sleep matters, uninterrupted sleep matters, and after 60, those things often begin to change quietly. Some people wake up several times and barely remember it in the morning. Others sleep lightly for most of the night without ever reaching the kind of deep recovery the body needs. And sometimes the problem is not fully waking up. It's drifting in and out of shallow sleep over and over again. The body may look asleep from the outside, but internally, recovery is being interrupted. This matters because nighttime is when the body does some of its most important repair work. Muscles recover, hormones reset, the nervous system settles, inflammation is regulated, energy is restored, and when those processes are disrupted night after night, the morning can start to feel heavier. Not because you didn't sleep at all, but because the sleep you got wasn't deep enough to truly restore you. That is why waking up tired after 60 is not always about needing more hours. Sometimes it's about needing better recovery inside the hours you already have. One reason so many seniors wake up tired is that sleep itself changes with age. Not always dramatically, not always in a way that feels obvious, but enough to affect how the body recovers overnight. As we get older, the amount of deep sleep tends to decrease. That matters because deep sleep is one of the most restorative stages of the night. It's when the body slows down, when tissues repair, when the brain clears waste, when the nervous system settles, and when the body gets some of the recovery it needs for the next day. After 60, many people spend less time in that deeper stage of sleep and more time in lighter sleep. That means the body becomes easier to wake. A sound in the hallway, a trip to the bathroom, a change in room temperature. Even stress or discomfort that might not have fully woken you up years ago can now interrupt sleep more easily. There are also changes in the body's internal clock. The circadian rhythm can shift with age. Some people get sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up much earlier in the morning. Others start waking up at the same time every night and struggle to settle back into deeper sleep afterward. Melatonin can also change. That's the hormone that helps signal to the body that it's time to sleep, and cortisol, one of the body's main alertness hormones, may begin rising at the wrong time, making the body more likely to wake too early or feel restless during the night. None of this means something is necessarily wrong, but it does mean the sleep of a 70-year-old body may not behave like the sleep of a 30-year-old body, and when sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less restorative, the morning often feels the difference. If you wake up tired almost every morning, the cause is rarely just one thing. More often, it is the result of several small factors working together. The first is fragmented sleep. Even if you don't remember waking up, your brain may be leaving deep sleep several times during the night. Each interruption reduces the quality of your recovery. Another common factor is breathing. As we age, changes in the muscles of the airway can make snoring more frequent. Some people also develop mild sleep apnea without realizing it. These brief pauses in breathing can interrupt sleep repeatedly, even if the person has no memory of waking up. Blood sugar may also play a role. Eating large or highly processed meals late in the evening can cause blood sugar to rise and fall during the night. For some people, those changes may interfere with restful sleep. Hydration is another piece of the puzzle. Not drinking enough water during the day may contribute to fatigue and make the body feel less refreshed in the morning. Stress also deserves attention. Even when life feels relatively calm, the mind may remain more alert than the body needs during the night. Small worries, financial concerns, family responsibilities, or simply years of accumulated stress. All of these can make it harder to reach the deepest stages of sleep. And finally, there is recovery itself. As we discussed in our previous videos about muscle loss and protein after 60, the body becomes less efficient at repairing itself with age. When muscles recover less effectively and sleep becomes lighter, waking up tired becomes much more understandable. It is rarely one single cause. It is often the combination of several quiet changes happening at the same time. The encouraging news is that many of the factors affecting sleep after 60 can be improved. Not overnight, and not with a single supplement or one perfect habit, but through small, consistent changes that support the body's natural recovery process. One of the most powerful habits is creating a regular sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at approximately the same time every day helps reinforce your body's internal clock. Morning light also plays an important role. Spending even a few minutes outside shortly after waking can help your brain recognize that a new day has begun. This supports a healthier circadian rhythm and may improve sleep quality later that night. Daily movement matters too. You don't need intense workouts. A comfortable walk, gentle strength exercises, or simply staying physically active throughout the day can help your body build the healthy sleep pressure needed for deeper rest. Nutrition also deserves attention. Eating balanced meals and including enough high-quality protein throughout the day helps support muscle recovery and healthy aging. As we discussed in our previous video, muscles continue repairing themselves during sleep. Giving your body the nutrients it needs may help support that process. Creating a relaxing evening routine can also make a difference. Reducing bright screens before bedtime, keeping the bedroom cool, quiet, and comfortable, and allowing your mind to slow down before sleep. None of these habits are magic, but together, they help create the conditions for better recovery. Because the goal isn't simply to sleep longer. The goal is to help your body recover more completely while you sleep. Feeling tired from time to time is part of being human. Everyone has nights when they don't sleep well. Everyone has days when energy feels lower than usual. The important question is not whether you occasionally wake up tired. It's whether that tiredness becomes your normal. If you wake up exhausted almost every morning for weeks or months, even though you're spending enough time in bed, it's worth paying closer attention. The same is true if your fatigue begins affecting your daily life. Perhaps you no longer enjoy activities you once loved. Maybe simple household tasks feel unusually demanding. Or perhaps you find yourself needing several hours before you feel fully awake each morning. Another sign is excessive daytime sleepiness. If you regularly feel the need to nap because you simply cannot stay alert, your body may be telling you that your nighttime sleep isn't providing the recovery it needs. Loud snoring, waking up gasping for air, frequent morning headaches, or feeling unusually sleepy while driving or reading are also important symptoms to discuss with a healthcare professional. These signs do not automatically mean something serious is happening, but they are worth investigating. The goal is never to ignore persistent fatigue, and it's equally important not to assume that every symptom is simply old age. Sometimes improving sleep begins with understanding why recovery isn't happening the way it should, and the earlier those answers are found, the easier it may be to improve both sleep and overall quality of life. The good news is that better mornings often begin with better evenings, and many of the habits that support healthy sleep are surprisingly simple. One of the most effective is maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day helps strengthen your body's natural rhythm. Morning sunlight is another powerful tool. Just a few minutes of natural light shortly after waking helps your brain recognize that a new day has begun. This simple habit supports your circadian rhythm and may help improve sleep quality the following night. Movement also plays an important role. You don't need intense workouts or hours at the gym. A daily walk, gentle strength exercises, gardening, stretching, or simply staying physically active throughout the day can help your body build a natural sleep pressure that leads to deeper, more restorative sleep. Nutrition matters too. Eating balanced meals and getting enough high-quality protein throughout the day helps support muscle repair while you sleep. As we discussed in our recent videos, healthy muscles and quality sleep work together. Hydration should not be overlooked either. Drinking enough water during the day helps support many of the body's normal functions, including those involved in recovery. Finally, give yourself permission to slow down before bedtime. Reduce bright screens. Keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and comfortable. Read a book. Listen to calming music. Practice quiet breathing. Small evening habits often create better mornings. Because waking up refreshed doesn't usually happen because of one big change. It happens because small, healthy choices are repeated consistently over time. Waking up tired after 60 is not always about sleeping too little. Sometimes it is about not recovering deeply enough. The body may spend hours in bed, but if sleep is fragmented, lighter than before, or interrupted by stress, breathing, blood sugar changes, discomfort, or poor routine, the morning can still feel heavy, and that matters. Because energy affects everything: movement, mood, strength, focus, motivation, independence. But the encouraging truth is that tired mornings do not have to be ignored or accepted as just age. They can be understood, they can be observed, and in many cases, they can be improved with the right attention and support. Please remember that this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not medical advice. Every person has different health conditions, sleep patterns, medications, and individual needs. If you wake up exhausted almost every day, snore loudly, wake up gasping, feel unusually sleepy during the day, or notice sudden changes in your health, speak with a qualified healthcare professional. If this video was helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who wants to age with more energy, clarity, and independence. You will also find additional wellness resources in the description below. Thank you for watching, and remember, better mornings often begin with better recovery at night.